Welcome back everyone, and it's time to go balls deep. So getting straight into it, I'm inviting you to today's barbecue. On today's menu, we are roasting someone called Konohamaru.
Know your fucking place, trash.
Now, I know this is a touchy topic and being opinionated on the internet is a risky move, but I gotta be honest with our community, you feel me? If this starts the 5th Shinobi War in the comments, who am I kidding? I know it is.
I am going to remind you in advance that I am very sorry and I apologize for the inconvenience of me not giving a fuck what you think.
I don't understand how anyone can believe Konohamaru deserves to be the Hokage. How can you honestly tell me that with a straight face after seeing how his character has developed thus far in 54 chapters of the manga and 186 Boruto episodes? But anime balls deep, Konohamaru is a Saratobi and he's the 3 Hokage because it's 3!
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
Firstly, no one is denying that Konohamaru was a great character beforehand. His achievements and strength was actually much better when he was 18 rather than what he has displayed as an adult. But before we begin cooking the dude and putting the masala on it and with the rice making a good ass meal out of it, I do want to say that I will be focusing on a lot of positivity in this video as well. So please stick around till the end. It's very important that you do this. Otherwise, the Boruto chapters will make less sense to you. Essentially, I'll explain new details we received in comparison to the manga, as well as covering the deep philosophical message that Boruto has overall, which is being hammered down in every arc. Is technology inherently good or bad for society? Is the way of shinobi redundant and obsolete in modern times? I, for one, believe Boruto is a fantastic character at the moment. The development from brat to a caring, selfless man is amazing. I would say at this point of time I like Boruto more than Deku as a protagonist. Oh fuck, I definitely started the 5th Shinobi War now, haven't I? No, but seriously, Boruto has shown quite a bit of maturity in the recent arcs and has had many epic moments we love to see. I mean, a grown-ass man like me wouldn't be watching weekly on Twitch for no reason otherwise. Oh, my God! Yo, this fucking flames! Oh. Yo, bro, so fucking shit! This is a 10 out of 10 episode. Naruto barrage, yo, what the fuck? You must know by now that Boruto the anime has been airing the Kawaki vessel arc. It's canon and adapting the manga. Overall, it's adding quite a bit of information to the existing prerequisite we gathered from the manga story. For example, we found out Kara has space-time technology that teleports them without the use of an ninjutsu, and the fact that Code already suspects Amado to be the spy, which would make sense as to why he may be involved in Boruto chapter 55 onwards. However, one thing the community wanted from the manga adaptation was for Konohamaru to gain some respect and credibility for his status, as in he's declared to be an elite jonin of Konoha, right? Part of the Saratobi clan, future Hokage, and the sensei to arguably the most busted 12-year-old ninjas in the entire series. But the anime never seems to give this guy a break.
Nowadays you ain't nothing but fodder, bruh. You nothing but trash, yeah. You nothing but trash, yeah. You nothing but trash, yeah. You ain't nothing but trash, bruh.
The latest arc is proving once again that the shared disappointment the community has is valid.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
Not only is this man a weaker version of Naruto and a carbon copy of him, he has lost a significant amount of his fights he is involved in or has needed help in the anime. The kids or other characters are the ones making this tactical strategy, not Konohamaru. Now the plot does this because it wants to highlight the significant traits of Team 7 for the future story. Boruto's intelligence and natural talent is often factored in, Sarada's team leadership skills because she wants to be the future Hokage, and Mitsuki's sensory ability and versatility as a ninja. So where does that leave Konohamaru? His own squad is better at everything he is meant to be supposedly good at. For instance, episode 186 is a shining example showcasing that Boruto, technically speaking, is stronger than Konohamaru in plot terms, as Boruto is the one that had the courage to tell everyone that we should fight our Aowo instead of Konohamaru being a pussy telling them to run away. Boruto is the one that made the strategies with the use of Katasuke's technology and was also using his big brain to adapt it in that manner, and was also the one that decided to take everything upon himself to save everyone, whilst Konohamaru, my dude, was knocked out taking a nap. I mean, he makes the same mistakes again and again, so why didn't he just save himself with Boruto instead of only pushing him away?
And there seems to be no sign of intelligent life anyway.
We all liked Konohamaru, don't get it twisted. Konohamaru as a kid or in his teen years was a respectable character that earned his merits. In the anime, I know Sasuke has thanked him for looking after Sarada, and he did help Boruto initially with his Rasengan, but we cannot deny that the dude has been nerfed. He always has no chakra, and even in this fight against Aowo, they show a scene of him getting tired spamming his fireball jutsu, whilst Mitsuki and Boruto are just fine spamming Shadow Clone, doing electricity. Bruh! Oh my god. So before we go even deeper, please can you smash that notification button for the channel, and let's get this to at least 20,000 likes. If it does, I'll start doing weekly Boruto videos again, because then I know this is the type of content you want from me on the channel. And also recently we released Team 7 merch. Thank you to everyone that has bought our merch and has supported us in that way. We will give shout outs to everyone that does do that, so if you have bought merch, go on the Discord, go on Twitter, go on Instagram, let us know. There is a discount code at the moment for 10% off. It will be in the pinned comment and description. Let's move on to Konohamaru's character development, because there is none. Konohamaru watches his supposed childhood friend Mugino die, and the scene lacked any emotional depth until my boy Boruto was on screen. Boruto as a character has been carrying this entire arc. He has a hyper emotional scene for Mugino and had character development thinking about his sacrifice, whilst his sensei did not. This becomes a catalyst for Boruto's beliefs, where he starts to understand Naruto and Sasuke a lot better. Boruto starts to think about what it means to be a ninja and how they are not tools, rather that corrupt minds and people are the ones that treat them as such. The highlight for this arc most definitely was the deeper meaning and philosophy behind the concept of what a shinobi is, the role of scientific ninja tools along with the false ideology of humans being tools. We start from Boruto's interaction with Katasuke in the previous episode 185. Katasuke tries to take responsibility for their current situation, revealing how he was under genjutsu and he leaked vital information about Konoha's scientific ninja tools to Kara. Katasuke continues to add that he did something that warrants hatred, as due to this misuse of ninja tools, he ended up creating a monster like Aowo, ultimately causing the death of Mugino, right? So Katasuke at this point expected Boruto to hate him, and honestly, I don't blame him for thinking like this. Much like how Naruto represented real world problems, Boruto is doing the same, because even in our own world, many inventors ended up regretting their own invention, from the creations of the atomic bomb to even guns like the AK-47. The minds behind these works questioned if they did the right thing. So Katasuke feeling this is not only realistic, but highlights the potential risk of their actions. At the start of the series, when it came to these ninja tools, Boruto developed a very negative opinion towards them. However, his attitude has quickly done a 180 on them after Naruto and Sasuke told him that these tools are not inherently good or evil, rather it's dependent on how it is used. So this is going to be a key moment of development for Boruto's character, because his brother Kawaki is going to show up in the anime quite soon, and this is how he develops as a person, because Kawaki ends up relying on this technology because Naruto gives him this prosthetic arm, and this arm helps him save Naruto's life. So this is the message that Boruto exactly tells Katasuke. He adds that after spending time in his lab, he couldn't help but feel excited using those new technology. Boruto's high level of intelligence and emotional understanding is shown in his talk no jutsu. From the lessons he learned, he was able to lift Katasuke's spirit, reminding him the reality of his ninja tools. Just because Aowo misused it, it doesn't take away from all those who would use it for the advancement of society, helping everyone's life to be safer and more prosperous. Boruto understands this and is willingly able to use the ninja tools to achieve what he believes to be right. This concept can really be applied to anything. Take medicine for example. Morphine can help relieve pain if used properly, but if it's misused, it can destroy a person with addiction, right? Generally speaking, nothing in animated is inherently good or bad. It's only those who are conscious that decide the end result of that said thing. This actually comes to the second theme of the Owl arc, in which humans leave all accountability of actually being conscious, turning themselves blind to their actions and following those who they believe to be above them. Owl, after pretty much losing all his limbs as a shinobi, was given help from Kara to start a new life, right? With a new body, he felt in debt to Kara because without them, he would be nothing. With that mindset, he closed his mind and became a tool, something that Naruto and Boruto hate. This is Owl's philosophy and it's a very stupid one. However, the key thing to understand is that in reality, this way of thinking is actually very common in our society. I would say it's not as obvious as it once was, but there is still a subconscious culture of following those in power and those who look after us, due to feeling in debt or subjugation. Critical thinking goes out of the window if you have this mentality, and hard questions are never getting addressed. Human beings start to become like sheep rather than questioning society's ideals and morality. So Boruto's speech was very impactful for his development, as he is basically using Naruto's speech no jutsu in its most powerful form. Because after Boruto defeats Owl, he once again big brains and he uses the most powerful jutsu, Talk no Jutsu, and addresses this fundamental problem. Humans can never be tools. It's delusional and an excuse to omit accountability. As long as we can think, feel and move, we can question, doubt, critique and follow a cohesive, logical way of thinking with emotional empathy and understanding. The moment we stop doing that, we give up on being humans due to our stupidity or lack of self-worth. Boruto is able to remind this to Owl, and with the actions of sparing his life, Boruto proves that we are not inanimate tools and we don't need to follow a cycle of hatred. We can choose how to live our lives regardless of what people do. In many ways, this is also a shinobi way. This is Naruto's teachings. This is Ninshu, right? Anyways, moving back to Konohamaru for the roast, this guy, right, he just supposedly saw his childhood friend die, and this dude liked anything. Compare this to what happened to Kakashi when Obito, Rin, or anyone else died. It's an open and shut case. Team 7 outshines Konohamaru and puts him in the shadows. However, in Naruto, Kakashi was a fitting force within Team 7, and they all reflected upon one another like a mirror. He was able to teach all of them something they needed to know to develop as a ninja, whilst they taught him that there is still hope in the world. Now obviously you can argue that the same thing happened to Kakashi, where his own team members outshone him towards the end of the war arc with how powerful they became. But the slight problem in Boruto is that this has happened immediately when they are 12 years old, instead of gradually developing when they are 17. Team 7 has been told time and time again in Boruto from the likes of Naruto, Sasuke, Kakashi, Sakura and the others that they are already tuning level in terms of skill. They are above anyone else that surrounds them. So the problem with Konohamaru is that Kakashi earned our respect with his intelligence and sensei-like role by the time we got to the finale, whilst Konohamaru has immediately lost it, as he cannot even beat his own team members. If Team 7 pulled up on Konohamaru and they had a serious fight, he would f***ing lose, fam. He's 28 and should be at his peak, but you're telling me this guy's meant to be Hokage level? He wants to be Kage? Bruh, Naruto's already Kage at 28. Minato was Kage freaking in his early 20s. What are you talking about, fam? Konohamaru hasn't really taught them anything either. Other people have trained Team 7 more than their own supposed sensei, which yet again creates a disconnect connect so we don't care. For instance, Boruto rather trained with Sasuke, Kakashi, Naruto, Hanabi, and Shino in his childhood. Mitsuki has been trained by Orochimaru. Sarada was trained by Sasuke and Sakura and at the academy just like the others. To put salt on the wound, not only does my man fail at training, fights, and characters, but also with women. I mean, this man even fails at bagging Hinata's sister Hanabi, who, mind you, she said she is looking for a man and wants to get married. Konohamaru is out here practically on a date with the baddest thing in the whole anime, you know what I'm saying, fam? But my boy, he can't see the prize right in front of him. He can't get the girl. Instead, he tries to bag someone called Lemon, and if I remember correctly, he doesn't even get her in the end. Anyway, Konohamaru goes on to say at the end of the episode that this mission far exceeded the scope of a Geni, and he congratulated all of them and himself on top of that when he did nothing in the first place. And he's gonna take another L from Kashin Koji in the next episode. Wait, what the fuck? They blue-balled me, man! Anyway guys, as I said, make sure to smash the notification bell for the channel and smash the like button. We will definitely cover Boruto on a weekly basis if we have enough support. So please check us out on Twitch, buy the merch, go on Twitter, go on Instagram, and let me know your opinion on this topic in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys next time.